So if tarot can give you a prediction and then it not turn out to be true, then what's the point of reading tarot? I get asked this a lot. Now, the purpose of tarot is it's supposed to give you information based on the energy of now. So it'll give you actionable steps, guidance, observations about things, but that's only as things stand. Don't forget there are infinite possibilities of things that can happen. You could decide to leave the house and turn left today when for the last 12 years you've turned right. We can look at how something is likely to be, which is why we shouldn't do yes, no's. It's the likely outcome of something based on things either staying the same, or if you're tweaking it at the beginning of the reading, like if I was to do this, what's it likely to be? Or if I was to do that, what's it likely to be? That's the idea here. And yes, you could read about another person. The cards are going to observe how that person is thinking, feeling in that present time. But it could be that the cards will say they're likely to reach out. For example, they might go home that day and get made redundant, or they might get a flat tire on the way home and they're in a real biff with themselves and they decide they don't want to go out, do anything, speak to anybody. But the cards had said the likely outcome based on everything just being the same, it's likely that they would. So the idea of tarot is to give us kind of an idea of what's going on, giving us that insight so that we can make steps and make decisions about how we can move through life. We should never be passive. I often say to clients, don't be a passenger. Don't just let the card say this is going to happen and then just sit back and wait for it. Get the information. Knowledge is power, and once you know what's happening, make steps forward. So if it says, for example, that your person isn't going to reach out, then you go, okay, so at the moment it doesn't look like that's the case. So do I want to reach out, or do I just want to leave it be? You've got the choice then. It might not give you the answer you want, but at least you have the information. Granted, that person could change their mind in a week's time, but as it stands right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Maybe you haven't reached out to the person yet, so we could ask the question, what's the likely outcome of him, reaching out if I contact him first, or answering the message, if you get my gist. So we've just got to be mindful of the fact it's information. It isn't a magic 8-ball. It's not going to give you a precise answer that is going to be set in stone. And also, it might not give you the answer you want. So if you keep going at it, asking the same question over and over again, it's just going to dilute. It's not going to give you clear answers. And sometimes it's not going to tell you what you want to hear. So if it doesn't, then you've got the opportunity to decide what you're going to do next. I hope that helps. It does come up a lot. I see it in my comments quite a bit, and I have these discussions with students when they've run into issues when trying to read for people and that type of thing. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a good day.